Hello, you lovely people, and welcome back again. You know, I just want to touch on the subject today of a disgruntled partner in the Philippines threatening to get you, expat, deported. Have you heard this? I've heard it, and I've even heard it from the horse's mouth. There was a guy that was married when I was living in Deported, and he was married to this lady, Filipino lady, and at the time I was living right next door to to this girl I'm talking about, and she was telling me some stories about her American husband. Now, I don't exactly know what happened because I didn't really ask too many questions. It's just what she was saying to my girlfriend, because we weren't married then. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend. But what it was, guys, he got married to a Filipina here, and they had a child, and he went back to England, and she wanted so much maintenance every month from him sent here to the Philippines. But they were still together, okay? Yes, he's still got to support his child, I know that. And because he wasn't sending what she wanted, she threatened to have him blacklisted from coming back into the country. So basically, she was blackmailing him, saying, if you don't pay a certain amount of money every month, then I will go to the immigration and get you blacklisted. Which I think was a terrible thing. A very terrible thing. So, and that's not the first time I've heard this particular story about couples being here, and let's just say the bloke wants to split up from his girlfriend, wife, and the first thing they do is cry wolf and threaten to get you deported. Now, I don't know how easy that would be or what grounds they would have to get a foreigner deported from the country, but it just goes to show you, doesn't it? You know, we are very volatile being here. You know, I mean volatile as in when a relationship breaks down, it's not like our own country, we can just move on. We can't get deported from our own country. But let's just say you've given up everything in your country and you've come here and you've done everything that, you've got a house, or even if you haven't got a house, it doesn't matter. You've given up everything in your own country. You've come here, you've met a girl, a lady, whatever, and it didn't go to plan. And because it didn't go to plan, it might not have been no fault of your own. Your partner then threatens to have you deported. I don't know if it's possible. I suppose it is possible. Because as a foreigner, guys, we've got very little rights here, and I've mentioned this before. And people might say, well, you have got rights. We have got rights, but we haven't got many rights. And like I said before as well, the Philippine law is here to protect the Filipinos. Now, if we are accused, let's just say accused, of foul play to our girlfriends, and let's say we haven't, but let's just say the girlfriend or the wife makes an allegation against you, now there will be a case, I expect. Now, what would happen if you were found guilty and you hadn't done it? Well, you're found guilty in the Philippines of a criminal offence, you are deported. In my understanding, you are deported. So it just goes to show you, this fine line that many foreigners, me included, I suppose, are walking here. We're treading on thin water all the time, or thin ice. We really are. And it kind of makes you think, well, hold on, I am kind of treading on thin ice here. I better watch what I say all the time. I don't, because I just don't really think about it. But if you thought long and hard about this, you think, well, I could lose the lot. I could lose the lot. You know, like if she gets shirty, wants me out, and I do leave, she can still make an allegation. Or, put it this way, let's just say you won't leave. Let's just say you've got a house, or you've got an apartment or something like that, and you split up, or you have an argument and your partner wants you out. Now, depending on how volatile your lady is, and how kind of unpredictable that she would be, she could get you deported. I'm sure I'm sure they can, and I'm sure it's happened here. I haven't really looked into it. I'm just mentioning the case of this neighbour that my wife used to talk to, and what she was going to do. And she did do it. She successfully did it, by the way. I didn't finish that story up. She did successfully have him blacklisted for coming in the country. And here, by the way, guys, if you don't pay maintenance for your child in the Philippines, it's classed as child abuse. That's what it's classed as. And I know this for a fact because there was a British guy. He's back in England now. He got deported. But there was a British guy here, and he had a previous girlfriend in the Philippines, had a baby, and it was his own fault, in my opinion, because if you have a baby here, if it's a mistake or not a mistake, if it's your child, you have a paternity test or something, if you don't think it is, and it turns out that it is, then you should pay maintenance. Okay, you should. But this guy, this British guy, he refused to pay it. So they made a case against him, and he was arrested, and he was in Manukan. And the barangay come and got him with the police, and he was put in the city jail, and he had to pay 80,000 pesos bail, or he would just stay for his case. Now his case went on for 2 years, and his case was child abuse because he wasn't paying maintenance. How do you work that out? I mean, how do they make a case of child abuse for not paying maintenance? I don't know, but they did. And guys, you can look on there, the internet. I don't know whether to give you his name or not, but he's on the internet. This is about 6 years ago, but it's still on there now. You can find his name, and you see the charges, what it is, and the charge. I suppose I could give you his name because he's not here now anyway, And his name was Christopher Moore, British guy, Christopher Moore. Just type that in, and then you'll see. And you'll see that he was arrested, and what he was arrested for non-payment of maintenance, and the charges were child abuse. That's what they do here. You don't pay your maintenance, your charge is child abuse, or family abuse, or something like that. And he went to court, and he kept going to court and getting adjourned, going to court, getting adjourned. And anyway, it was settled out of court in the end. There was some kind of mediation that went on, and his ex-girlfriend wanted 200,000 pesos to drop the charges of whatever it was, this non-payment of maintenance, which he did, and it was stipulated in the deal that he didn't have to pay maintenance. That 200,000 was. But he then after that, there was something that happened. I'm not quite sure what it was, but with his current girlfriend, or the girlfriend that he had after that, and she made a case against him, and because there was already a case that had been against him, and he wasn't found guilty because it was sorted out in court, but it was on record, they just got rid of him. The immigration, they did deport him. So guys, it's very easy to get deported, very easy indeed. And even if you aren't deported, it's still a worry, isn't it? Can you imagine being arrested in a foreign country through something that you didn't do because your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife has made some stupid allegation up, and the police have to follow it up. Like it or not, the police have to follow it up. And it's not just a simple case of you going in there and saying, no, I didn't say that, I didn't do that. There's a case made. And it's normally about this, guys. It's normally about money. So, yeah. We've got to tread very. Sometimes it makes you think whether it's worth being in a relationship over here, like a permanent relationship. But then if you're not in a permanent relationship and you're just jumping from bed to bed, what happens if one of those girls would make an allegation against you? It's just food for thought, guys, isn't it? It's just food for thought. It could happen. It could happen. For me, it's a scary thought. You know, I mean, if I was coming over here, single guy, jumping from bed to bed, and also, guys, as well, a lot of these Filipinas, they look older than what they actually are. A lot of them, because of the way they dress, they put makeup on, and I heard of a scam that was going on, and it was involving the police, and this was in Angeles City, in Pampanga, I believe it is. I've never been there, but I think that's where it is, in Pampanga. And what it was, these underage girls, they were enticing these foreigners, but they didn't look underage apparently, and they were going back to wherever they'd gone back to, a pension house or something, and before they were doing anything, the police were knocking on the door, and the police were in with these girls, and they were saying, look, if you don't give me 200,000 pesos, we're going to like arrest you for underage sex. Imagine that in the Philippines. Jesus, imagine that. You're in big trouble. So of course these foreigners, and they're just getting off the planes, you see, they were just coming here, they were fresh, and yeah, there was a lot of them stung like that, a lot of them stung. So it's just scary being here at times, thinking how easily it could be to get deported. Sorry about the noise, the rain, guys, on my roof. It's dripping down, so I think I'll leave it at that because the noise, and I don't want to make any of you guys think, what's the banging? It's like someone banging nails in a wall, you know, in a piece of wood. It's not, it's the rain falling down. So that's it, guys. I just thought I'd mention that. Take care, guys. Stay safe wherever you are, and just bear that in mind, what I said about these allegations and being deported, possibility of deportation. Thank you, guys. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.